Why is it so dark? It must be the shadow of the Erdtree.
It's finally here. It's Shadow of the Erdtree, Elden Ring DLC. I'm Mr. Review Roundup. I thought this day would never come. Let's see how it did. You might have a good idea because it is from Software. They do make pretty decent games. But first, let's see what IGN said. IGN's score is a 10 out of 10. Like the base game did before it, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree raises the bar for single-player DLC expansions. It takes everything that made the base game such a landmark RPG, condenses it into a relatively compact 20 to 25 hour campaign, and provides fantastic new challenges for heavily invested fans to chew on. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer than that, but 20 to 25 hours, can't complain with that. GameSpot gave it another 10 out of 10. The good, an injection of fresh gameplay opportunities through new weapons and items. Arresting, beautiful, and horrifying locations that make the world feel even more dangerous. Refined gameplay challenge that is tough but fair and oh so satisfying. I added the O. An excellent addition to the lore of Elden Ring. Now, we've only got one bad here, a couple of navigational puzzle quirks that can be tricky to figure out. 10s out of 10s across the board so far. Game Informer, we're almost there, 9.75 out of 10. The boring but ultimately correct shorthand to summarise Shadow of the Erdtree is that it's more Elden Ring. Is that a bad thing? Probably not. The incredible sense of discovery, fantastic dungeon design, entertainingly deep combat, and intriguing lore and characters that defined From Software's 2022 masterpiece all apply to this expansion. Shadow of the Erdtree is one hell of a mic drop that further cements this adventure as one of the finest ever crafted. Now this one here is one of the only lower scores. It's still not a bad score, but it's a lower score. So Eurogamer went in with 3 stars, saying much of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is more of the same grueling beauty. But a shift to explicit storytelling and signposting means its essence as a living, evolving, shared text is lost. So a little bit lower, but a 3 out of 5 is still a decent score. Games Radar, they came in with 5 stars. The Shadow of the Erdtree expansion had a lot to live up to, but gorgeous vistas, superb boss fights, and a range of fun new gear sweep you through a massive expansion that feels half as long as it is. At this point, it's almost getting boring praising From Software every single time. Yeah, we kind of know where things are going to go when From Software put a game out. It's going to be pretty good. It's currently sitting on Metacritic at a 95 out of 100. That is a Metacritic must play. Something to bear in mind before you buy this DLC. You might be thinking, yeah, I thought I was okay at Elden Ring. I played a few hours of it, but let's give this DLC a go. No, that's not going to happen because there's actually 2 bosses that you need to beat before you can play this DLC. Now, the first is Starscourge Radahn. He's part of the main story, while the second boss, Mohg, Lord of Blood, is actually an entirely optional boss, and he's in a hard to reach location that can be a little exhausting to play through. Good luck, you've got a few days, so get those bosses beaten and then come back and then yeah, obviously watch this video, see what you think, and then you can come back and you can play the game on Friday. You'll be all sorted. I'm sure you'll have no problem with those bosses because, you know, they're not hard at all. I definitely beat every boss in Elden Ring and didn't give up after 20 or 30 hours of dying multiple times, but we're not here to talk about me. That is your review roundup of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Are you gonna play it? Are you tired of From Software games? Are they just too difficult for you? let me know in the comments. Follow, like, share, subscribe. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I've just posted a video on YouTube actually, which is the best father figures in gaming. So maybe go and check it out and let me know what you think. I will see you next time we get a big release or something just tickles my fancy and I feel like doing a review roundup on it. I'll catch you next time. That'll do.